Today we are going to be making Stracotto al Chianti. Just the name of it rolls off your tongue like a love letter to your taste buds. So welcome to my kitchen where we're going to be making this Tuscan braised beef recipe. It's slow cooked, it's seductive, it's the kind of dish that says life is short, but dinner is eternal. This is more than just food. It's a warm embrace and a story simmered into every bite. This dish doesn't shout out its brilliance, it whispers, and before you know it, you're completely swept off your feet. So let's get started. Now, the first time I tried Stracotto al Chianti was in a little hilltop town in Italy, and I was 22 years old, wide-eyed, and traveling on a budget that involved mostly questionable hostel bunk beds and cheap sandwiches. But when I got back to the town where my family lived and was able to try this dish with my relatives, the beef fell apart with the nudge of a fork, and the vegetables created this wonderful velvety sauce, and the flavor of the wine just tasted like everything that I'd been looking for but could never name. And that meal taught me something, that the best things in life aren't complicated. They just need to be made with care and a little patience. The word stracotto literally means overcooked, but don't let the name fool you. It's not about rushing or overdoing. It's a dish that says, relax, the best things in life take time. We're starting out with a sofrito, which is some celery, carrot, and onion, which are the quiet heart of this recipe. And as they cook low and slow, they'll transform into a rich base that gives the sauce warmth. Onions for a bit of sweetness, the carrots bring subtle earthy flavor, and the celery gives a bit of brightness. They don't need to be perfect, just give them a rough cut into small chunks. And you'll also need preferably some Chianti or other red wine. Now for a moment, let's talk about the wine, because if Stracotto were a romance, Chianti would be the mysterious, brooding love interest. It's deep, it's rich, and just a little wild. When you pour the wine into the pot, it's like the flavor whispers, trust me, but I'm about to change everything. The Chianti wraps itself around the beef, soaking into every crevice, and as it reduces, it becomes something bold yet seductive. The last time I was in Italy, I asked someone who made wine why Chianti was so special, and he said it's because the grapes are grown in a soil that's both generous and cruel. And isn't that just like life? Sometimes the best stories come from a little struggle. Now heat some oil in a skillet, and we're going to sear about 2 pounds of stew beef to lock in the juices. Once it's browned, set it aside for a moment. Next, set a big pot over medium heat and pour in about half a cup of olive oil. In go the vegetables we chopped and let them cook for about 5 minutes. Now we add in the beef and a teaspoon or so of Italian seasoning. Now 3 cups of wine that says let's run away to Tuscany and never look back. I also add a beef bouillon cube and a half a cup of water. And some salt and pepper to taste. You just want to make sure everything is covered by the liquid. Then bring it to a boil, then lower the heat and let it simmer gently. And now we simmer it for about 2 hours, low and slow like a Sunday afternoon nap. The beef will surrender to the Chianti, the vegetables will melt into this beautiful velvety sauce, and everything will become one harmonious whole. Serving Stracotto al Chianti with mashed potatoes is like wrapping this dish in a cozy blanket. The creamy potatoes soak up the rich wine-infused sauce, creating a perfect bite every time. It's comfort food elevated. Plus, the potatoes act as a canvas, letting the deep flavors of the stracotto truly shine. So as you make this dish, let the flavors tell their stories. Pour the wine, chop the vegetables with love, and remember that every ingredient has something to say. And when you finally taste it, don't just eat, but listen as well. Because in the end, Stracotto al Chianti isn't just a meal. It's a symphony of flavors that reminds us why we cook, to slow down, to savor, and tell the most delicious stories. I want to thank you so much for choosing to spend a bit of your day with me, and until next time, many blessings to you and your families, and we'll catch you in the next one.